This is going to be an urgent Bitcoin and Ethereum update video because what is happening now is absolutely insane in the markets. We have just had the Fed Jerome Powell speech, like I have said, is gonna cause insane volatility in the markets, and it did. In today's update video, I have been telling you that it's going to be incredibly important to have a look what Jerome Powell will actually say during the meeting. And I just went live, I just had a live stream, and this is pretty much a summary of what has been said. The downside risk to employment is rising. Tariff effects on consumer prices are now clear, and a base case is that the tariff impact on inflation will be short-lived. Now, this basically, to sum it up, is meaning that rate cuts are going to be incoming. On top of that, during the beginning of the stream, we also had this, where Powell has said that the shifting balance of risks may warrant a policy adjustment. Basically, that we may get a rate hike. And whenever Jerome Powell is speaking in this language and whenever he is saying something like this, well, most certainly it is going to be very probable that we're going to be seeing a rate cut in next September meeting. And because of that, well, markets are pumping. They're basically bouncing off to the upside again. This was to be expected after these announcements that were made live. Now, anyways, what do I think is going to happen next? Well, I've already been saying it in my private Telegram community in this crypto alpha chat where I'm sharing everything I'm thinking in absolute real time. Make sure to join with that first link down below. It's free to join, so make sure to do that. Anyways, what I think is gonna happen next is I think we will continue to rally to the upside. Yes, we're gonna have some small pullbacks on the way up, but the general trend is definitely going to be back to the upside again, and I do think we are going to be making new highs in the coming week again, in the coming week or 2 weeks or so about that. Because basically this entire dump that we have been initiating to the downside has been getting initiated because of bad sentiment about the rate cuts, because the probabilities were falling off a cliff. The probabilities for a rate cut were getting lower and lower. Right now the probabilities have just been getting back up, and it is going to be very likely again that the rate cut will be happening. So basically this entire dump that we've been making to the downside, we can be reversing it back to the upside plus more, because right now it is just going to be more and more evident that the rate cut will in fact actually happen. So the market isn't pricing that in. I do think we will continue this pump to the upside. Yes, on the way up we will get small reversals and we will get small pullbacks, but the general trend is going to be to the upside. Now, even more importantly, this rate cut that we're going to be getting is going to be even more bullish for risk on assets like, for example, altcoins or Ethereum. We can already be seeing it in the Ethereum price action. Ethereum has been exploding much more than Bitcoin has been doing. Some of the altcoins have been exploding much more than Bitcoin is doing. This is looking incredibly bullish. Of course, rate cuts and more liquidity in the market will cause these risk on assets like, for example, altcoins like Ethereum to rise even further to the upside. And I think this is basically the start and the beginning of a huge altcoin season. We have been having a look into this already for a long time. For this total tree to break to the upside right over here, for the Bitcoin dominance to fall to the downside and break this. So basically our thesis is just getting confirmed right now. We are absolutely printing on our trades over on weeks that I've been opening up live and in real time in my Platinum group with that first link down below. I'm sharing every single little update I'm doing with my week's trades, and right now we are absolutely printing. So make sure to join that group down below. And by the way, today is still your last day to claim a free 1k Ethereum trade. After today, this campaign is going to be ending. Now, I do already have a new campaign. If you deposit 10k, you're going to be getting a free 10k Ethereum trade, but you cannot be claiming this 1k free Ethereum trade anymore after today. So make sure to still claim it on top of a 30k deposit bonus and 25% trading fee discounts. Anyways, guys, with that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.